Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine. For the new members, kindly hit the subscription button and touch the notification bell so that the next time I upload a video or I go online, you can be able to get an alert. For my continued supporters, I highly appreciate your support, your suggestions and your feedback. Kindly remember to give this video a thumbs up and share it among your platforms. In today's discussion, the question is on when the killer becomes the investigator, and special reference is given to the police arrests that end up turning into death cases in the name of COVID-19 curfews. And now, brothers and sisters, since the COVID-19 hit this country, we have had a series of policies and regulations that all are geared towards reducing this or the spread of this pandemic. However, while we have been subjected to various policies such as the curfews and some partial lockdowns and shutdowns, we have had cases of the police arresting the citizenry in the name that they have violated the COVID-19 curfew regulations. However, as some cases have turned out, individuals who have been arrested in the name of COVID-19 curfews, some have been found dead or some have been injured. And the question is, each time the government says it is investigating cases where, one, individuals have been injured by the police in the name of COVID-19 curfews. Two, cases where individuals have been killed in the name of COVID-19 curfews. And the question is justice likely to be served in a situation whereby the person arresting you is the same person who's going to investigate the situation? The police service is one and the same thing. So the question is, how sure are we that the victims that have been all have received violence, all have lost their loved ones in the name of COVID-19 curfew are going to get justice? I'm talking this, remember, that since 2020, about 8 people have died in the name of COVID-19 regulations or in the name of COVID-19 curfew. The question is, how many families can come out and say that they have been served justice as a result of one of their own 8 are dying in the hands of the police or receiving injuries from police violence in the name of patrolling or instituting or executing the COVID-19 regulations? I'm very sure that very few families or no family can come out and say that our beloved one was injured, our beloved was killed, and you have been served justice. And the question is COVID-19 curfew going to be a killer trap? Or is COVID-19 going to be a death trap? Is it going to be an injury trap to the citizenry? What is the government supposed to do to ensure that while they put in place these COVID policies, the police officers in question or the police officers who have been mandated with the ensuring that these regulations have been put in place are able to do their work at the same time looking at human rights and not violating these human rights? And this is where the case comes in, where we talk about, yes, we have police officers who are very good when it comes to executing these policies. But we also have logi police officers who are taking the COVID-19 curfew as a source of income. It is only 9:50 and a police officer is stopping you, telling you that you are past curfew hours. It is at 10, instead of somebody arresting you, yes, you have violated that policy, instead of somebody arresting you and subjecting you to the right institution where you're supposed to be served or you're supposed to be sentenced or you're supposed to be charged, this individual takes that one as a source of income, and if you don't give that money, they start beating you. And it beats logic when a police officer says that somebody who has been arrested and let alone found killed, that he was jumping out of a police moving vehicle. Where were the police officers, for example, when this person was jumping out of a moving police vehicle? Do you want to tell us that the police officers are that careless that once they arrest somebody, they just leave the car open and somebody just jumps out of that vehicle? And the question is, if somebody has jumped out of a moving police vehicle and has died, what is the work of the police? Are you not supposed to trace the owners or the family, and then the family, this person, we arrested them, but they jumped out of a police vehicle? Must you wait for the family to trace and find a dead body, then you come out to tell us that somebody was moving out of a police vehicle, was jumping out of a moving police vehicle? Honestly, this one fits logic. We are in an era where the police are using their available policies, manipulating them and changing them to be a form of income. And by the end of the day, the citizenry are at the receiving end. The citizenry are crying. We are not saying that everybody in the police service actually is wrong, but we have rogue police officers, and we wonder what is the top leadership of the service doing with such police officers. What actions are actually taken when we find that police officers in a certain station actually facilitated the murder or the death of somebody? What happens? Are they transferred? Are they sentenced? Are they jailed? The citizenry wants to know. We want to know where are our rights when the police comes and actually maims us or unleashes violence to us or even kills our brothers and sisters. Me as a common citizenry, where do I stand? To where do I learn for justice? We keep being told that investigations are ongoing. Investigations are ongoing. The question is, when will these investigations come to an end? And when these investigations come to an end, who is actually sentenced? And how do these families, by the end of the day, come to get justice? So I think it's high time that the police service stops telling the common citizenry each time something goes wrong that they are investigating, and by the end of the day we never get to know actually where these investigations ends to, and we never get to know whether the families in question received their justice or the victims in question received their justice. So for us, it is a call to the public, it's a call to the police service that we have rogue police officers who are tarnishing the name of the National Police Service in this country. And these are the police officers who are killing the trust between the citizenry and the police officers in this country. And that's why each day, each time, every morning, every evening, every afternoon, we have a conflict between the citizenry and the police. Why? We cannot trust individuals who are killing us, and we cannot even trust their investigations, because a killer cannot investigate himself. We need to know actually who is investigating this matter and how is it being investigated, and what is the top leadership of this service going to do with these rogue police officers. Transferring a police officer who has committed an offense in one region to another region is just like transferring a problem from one region to another region. If a police officer has done something wrong, let them face the same law that us the citizenry face. And we think that this is the only way that this current generation of rogue police officers are going to stop their mediocrity and their abuse of power and the apparatus of violence that has been granted to them. Instead of giving us security, now they are terrorizing us. Otherwise, dear members, please stay tuned till next time. Catherine here. Give the video thumbs up.